Seconds. Honorable Speaker Sir, PM Swarnidhi scheme has benefited more than 68 lakh street vendors, giving them respite from high interest informal sector loans. Building on this success, the scheme will be revamped with enhanced loans from banks, UPI, linked credit cards with rupees 30,000 limit and capacity building support. Gives workers of online platform provide great dynamism to the new age services economy. Recognizing their contribution, our government will arrange for their identity cards and registration on the eShram portal. They will be provided healthcare under PM Jan Arogya Yojana. This measure is likely to assist nearly 1 crore gig workers. Each infrastructure related ministry will come up with a 3-year pipeline of projects that can be implemented in PPP mode. States will also be encouraged to do so and can seek support from the IIPDF scheme to prepare PPP proposals. An outlay of rupees 1.5 lakh crore is proposed for the 50-year interest-free loans to states for capital expenditure and incentives for reforms. Building on the success of the first asset monetization plan announced in 2021, the second plan for 2025-30 will be launched to plough back capital of rupees 10 lakh crore in new projects. Regulatory and fiscal measures will be fine-tuned to support the plan. Since 2019, 15 crore households representing 80% of India's rural population have been provided access to potable tap water connections. To achieve 100% coverage, I am pleased to announce the extension of the mission until 2028 with an enhanced total outlay. The mission's focus will be on the quality of infrastructure and O&M of rural piped water supply schemes through Jan Bhagidari. Separate MOU will be signed with state UTs to ensure sustainability and citizen-centric water service delivery. Building on the July budget proposals, urban sector reforms related to governance, municipal services, urban land and planning will be incentivized. The government will set up an urban challenge fund of rupees 1 lakh crore to implement the proposals for cities as growth hubs, creative redevelopment of cities and water and sanitation announced in the July budget. This fund will finance up to 25% of the cost of bankable projects with a stipulation that at least 50% of the cost is funded from bonds. We will incentivize electricity distribution reforms and augmentation of intrastate transmission capacity by states. This will improve financial health and capacity of electricity companies. Additional borrowing of 0.5% of GSDP will be allowed to states contingent on these reforms. Development of at least 100 gigawatt of nuclear energy by 2047 is essential for our energy transition efforts. For an active partnership with the private sector towards this goal, amendments to the Atomic Energy Act and the Civil Liability for Nuclear Damage Act will be taken up. A nuclear energy mission for research and development of small modular reactors with an outlay of rupees 20,000 crore will be set up. At least 5 indigenously developed SMRs will be operationalized by 2033. The shipbuilding financial assistance policy will be revamped to address cost disadvantages. This will also include credit notes for shipbreaking in Indian yards to promote the circular economy. Shipbuilding clusters will be facilitated to increase the range, categories, and capacity of ships. This will include additional infrastructure facilities, skilling, and technology to develop the entire ecosystem. For long-term financing for the maritime industry, a maritime development fund with a corpus of rupees 25,000 crore will be set up. This will be for distributed support and promoting competition. This will have up to 49% contribution by the government and the balance will be mobilized from ports and private sector. UDAN has enabled 1.5 crore middle class people to meet their aspirations for speedier travel. The scheme has connected 88 airports and operationalized routes. Inspired by that success, a modified UDAN scheme will be launched to enhance regional connectivity to 120 new destinations and carry 4 crore passengers in the next 10 years. The scheme will also support helipads and smaller airports in hilly, aspirational and northeast region districts. Greenfield airports will be facilitated in Bihar to meet the future needs of the state. These will be in addition to the expansion of the capacity of Patna Airport and a brownfield airport at Bhiata. Financial support will be provided for the Western Koshi Canal project, benefiting a large number of farmers cultivating over 50,000 hectares of land in the Mithilanchal region of Bihar. Mining sector reforms, including those for minor minerals, will be encouraged through sharing of best practices and institution of a state mining index. Under the special window for affordable and mid-income housing, 50,000 dwelling units in stressed housing projects have been completed and keys handed over to home buyers. Another 40,000 units will be completed soon.